Joe Max Moore is a former American soccer forward. He played professionally for clubs in Germany, England and the United States. He finished his career with the New England Revolution of Major League Soccer. In addition to his club career, Moore earned 100 caps, scoring 24 goals, for the U.S. national team between 1992 to 2002. During those years, he was part of U.S. teams at the 1992 Summer Olympics and the 1994, 1998 and 2002 FIFA World Cups. On April 4, 2013, Moore was elected to the U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame. Early life: Moore was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the son of Corey Moore, and Tulsa oil man and businessman, Carl Moore. Moore's father also happened to be a part owner of the Tulsa Roughnecks of the North American Soccer League. He moved to Irvine, California when he was 14, and played boys soccer at Mission Viejo High School where he was a 4-year starter. Heavily recruited out of high school, he chose to play NCAA soccer at UCLA. While at UCLA, he played with future national team teammates Brad Friedel, Chris Henderson and Kobe Jones. As a freshman he scored 11 goals, assisted on 10 others and was named to the Soccer America magazine's all-freshman team. That year, UCLA won the NCAA championship, defeating Rutgers in penalty kicks. As a sophomore, he earned second-team All-American honors and was a first-team All-American as a junior. That season, his final year with UCLA, he led the team in scoring. At the end of his 3-year collegiate career, he had scored a total of 38 goals and assisted on 24 others in 65 games. Moore will be inducted into the UCLA Athletics Hall of Fame on October 11, 2014. Career years in Germany: in July 1994, USSF loaned Moore to German 2nd Division Club 1. FC Saarbrücken CKEN. At the time, Moore was a part of the U.S. team at the 1994 FIFA World Cup, but did not appear in any matches. With a lull in national team games following the World Cup, USSF decided to move several players overseas. Saarbrücken CKEN would end up buying Moore's contract from USSF for $250,000. In Moore's single season with Saarbrücken CKEN, he played 25 games, leading the club with 13 goals. At the end of the season, Saarbrücken CKEN transferred Moore to fellow 2nd Division Club 1. FC Nuremberg. He again led his team in scoring with 8 goals. New England Revolution. In 1996, Major League Soccer was in the process of building teams for its upcoming first season. As part of that process, MLS attempted to ensure an initial equitable distribution of talent across each of its teams. It did this by allocating known players to each team. MLS allocated Giuseppe Galdaresi to the New England Revolution. However, he showed up injured and played poorly through his first 4 games, so MLS replaced him with Moore on the Revolution roster on July 24, 1996. Moore had an exceptional 4-year tour with the Revolution. Aside from an injury-marred 1997 season, in which he only played 11 games, scoring 4 goals, he consistently produced for the club. During these years, he became the club's all-time leading scorer and made the 1999 MLS All-Star team. His success with the Revs led him to pursue a return to Europe, this time with Everton in the English Premiership. Emelec. In November-December 1997, Moore spent a month on loan from the Revs to Emelec of the Ecuadorian First Division following the end of the MLS season, where he yearned to be close to his family recently residing in Tulsa, Oklahoma. He was not the only MLS player with Emelec, as Alexi Lalas joined him during the loan. Everton. In November 1999, Moore went to Everton, in the English Premiership, after he impressed the Everton staff during a 7-day October tryout. At the time, Moore did not have permission from MLS to work out with any team but the Revolution. Despite this, MLS placed no barriers in the way of Moore's free transfer. The contract with Everton, good for 3.5 years, would pay Moore approximately $600,000 per season. Moore initially had outstanding success with Everton, scoring 5 goals in his first 5 first-team games. However, he slowly became less and less effective. The final straw came at the end of 2002. Moore had suffered a knee injury in the U.S. game against Portugal at the 2002 FIFA World Cup and did not play for Everton in the next season. On December 12, 2002 his contract with Everton terminated early by mutual consent. Returned to the Revolution. When he returned to New England from Everton in 2003, he was a much-changed player. He had suffered from several injuries while in England which hampered his playing time when he came back to the Revs. However, he still managed to score 4 goals in 16 games during the 2003 season. In 2004, his last season with the team, he played in only 3 games, failing to score a goal, before spraining ligaments in his knee. He was out for most of the rest of the season, but planned to return for the 2005 season. However, he re-injured his knee during a January 2005 pre-season mini-camp. Moore had reconstructive surgery on his right knee for a damaged medial collateral ligament on January 25, 2005. 2 days later, he announced his retirement from professional soccer, saying, "After numerous attempts to strengthen and stabilize my knee through rehab, it became clear that I had no alternative but to have reconstructive surgery. Considering my age and the recovery time necessary, I have decided to end my playing career." In his 6 years in MLS, Moore scored 41 goals and added 35 assists for 111 points, the assists and points being Rev records through the 2004 season. However, Taylor Twellman has since passed Moore on the Revs points lists. National team. While in college, he began playing for the national team. In 1989, he was part of the US U20 team which placed 5th at the 1989 FIFA U20 World Cup. In 1991, he scored the winning goal against Mexico in the Pan American Games championship game. In 1992 he was a member of the US Olympic team which went 1-1 and failed to make the second round. After the 1992 college season ended, Moore signed with the U.S. national team. Beginning in 1988, the United States Soccer Federation had begun to sign top U.S. players to contracts, making the U.S. national team a de facto professional club. USSF would then loan out U.S. players to club team, recalling them for national team games. Moore chose to not return to UCLA for his senior year and joined USSF as a full-time national team player. Moore's first appearance for the U.S. national team came against Canada on September 3, 1992. He was part of the U.S. roster for the 1994 but didn't appear in a match and also the 1998, 2002 FIFA World Cup rosters, appearing in both tournaments. Moore became the 6th U.S. player to earn 100 caps, doing so against Poland in the team's 2002 World Cup group finale. His 24 goals for the U.S. rank him 5th in national history, behind only Landon Donovan, Eric Ginalda, Brian McBride and Clint Dempsey. On January 27, 2006, Moore was inducted into the Oklahoma Soccer Hall of Fame. Year-by-year national team appearances goals, as of match played June 14, 2002. International goals, charitable activities. Moore appeared in a charity match for Hollywood United FC against Los Angeles Galaxy on November 4, 2007. The event raised over $100,000 for the American Red Cross and the Salvation Army to benefit those affected by the wildfires in Southern California. References